Welcome to our deep dive into the critical issue of plastic pollution and microplastics. In this video, we'll uncover 10 crucial facts that highlight the alarming state of our planet's health. From the staggering rise in plastic production to the devastating effects on wildlife and ecosystems, we'll explore how pervasive plastic waste has become, even infiltrating the human food chain. Join us as we shed light on the pressing global crisis of plastic pollution and its far-reaching implications. 1. 10 facts about plastic pollution and microplastics. Plastic pollution is one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time, impacting everything from the health of our oceans to human well-being. There are numerous alarming facts about plastic pollution, with one of the most shocking being that over 400 million metric tons of plastic are produced globally each year. Unfortunately, a significant portion of this plastic ends up as waste in the environment, contributing to the growing crisis. Most plastics take hundreds of years to decompose, breaking down into smaller pieces called microplastics, which persist in the environment for centuries. These microplastics, defined as plastic particles less than 5 millimeters in size, are found everywhere, from oceans and rivers to the soil and even the air we breathe. The pollution caused by plastics is not only an environmental concern but also poses severe threats to wildlife and human health. 2. Plastic production is skyrocketing. The production of plastic has skyrocketed in recent decades, with over 400 million metric tons being produced annually. This unprecedented increase is fueled by the demand for convenience and durability that plastics offer. However, with this convenience comes a hefty price. A large percentage of plastic produced ends up as waste, polluting our land and seas. Plastics are entwined in almost every part of modern life, from packaging and clothing to vehicles and electronics. While they provide many benefits, their environmental footprint is significant. As the production of plastic continues to rise, so does the urgency to find sustainable alternatives and solutions to manage plastic waste effectively. 3. Plastic takes hundreds of years to decompose. One of the most troubling aspects of plastic pollution is its persistence in the environment. Unlike organic materials, plastics do not biodegrade. Instead, they break down into smaller pieces, known as microplastics, which can persist for centuries. This long decomposition process means that every piece of plastic ever created still exists in some form today. This longevity poses serious environmental challenges, as plastics accumulate in landfills, oceans, and other natural habitats. The inability of plastic to decompose quickly highlights the need for robust recycling systems and the development of biodegradable alternatives to reduce plastic's environmental impact. 4. Microplastics are ubiquitous. Microplastics are tiny plastic particles that measure less than 5 millimeters in size, yet their presence is felt everywhere. They are found in oceans, rivers, soil, and even the air we breathe. These small particles originate from the breakdown of larger plastic items, as well as from products like cosmetics and synthetic clothing. The ubiquity of microplastics is concerning because they can be easily ingested by animals and humans alike. Once in the ecosystem, microplastics can enter the food chain, impacting the health of wildlife and potentially posing risks to human health. The widespread presence of microplastics underscores the need for comprehensive strategies to address plastic pollution at its source. 5. The oceans are heavily polluted. Our oceans are bearing the brunt of plastic pollution, with at least 14 million tons of plastic entering the ocean every year. This staggering amount creates massive pollution hotspots, such as the infamous Great Pacific Garbage Patch. These areas are filled with floating debris, harming marine life and disrupting ecosystems. Plastic pollution in the ocean threatens the biodiversity of marine environments, as animals mistake plastic for food or become entangled in plastic waste. The health of our oceans is crucial for maintaining the balance of global ecosystems, and tackling plastic pollution is essential to preserving this vital resource. 6. Wildlife suffers from plastic pollution. Animals, particularly marine wildlife, are severely affected by plastic pollution. Many marine creatures mistake plastic for food, leading to ingestion, which can cause internal injuries, starvation, and even death. Entanglement in plastic waste is another significant threat, as animals can become trapped, leading to injury or drowning. The impact of plastic pollution on wildlife is not limited to the oceans. It also affects terrestrial animals that come into contact with plastic waste. The suffering of wildlife due to plastic pollution is a poignant reminder of the need to reduce our plastic footprint and protect the natural world. 7. Humans consume microplastics. Microplastics have infiltrated every corner of the planet, including the food we eat, the water we drink, and the air we breathe. It's estimated that the average person ingests around 5 grams of plastic weekly, the equivalent of a credit card. This unintentional consumption raises concerns about the potential health impacts of microplastics on humans. While research is ongoing, some studies suggest that microplastics can cause inflammation and may carry harmful chemicals. The presence of microplastics in our bodies highlights the interconnectedness of environmental health and human health, emphasizing the importance of addressing plastic pollution for the well-being of all living beings. 8. Plastic pollution affects ecosystems. The degradation of plastics releases toxic chemicals into the environment, which can harm marine life and disrupt entire ecosystems. These chemicals can accumulate in the food chain, affecting the health of predators and prey alike. The impact of plastic pollution on ecosystems is far-reaching, affecting biodiversity, water quality, and habitat integrity. As plastics continue to pollute natural environments, the balance of ecosystems is thrown off, leading to negative consequences for both wildlife and human populations. The health of ecosystems is integral to the health of the planet, and mitigating plastic pollution is crucial for maintaining ecological balance. 9. Most plastic waste is not recycled. Despite efforts to promote recycling, only about 9% of all plastic waste ever produced has been recycled. The rest is either incinerated, landfilled, or left in the environment. This low recycling rate is due to several factors, including insufficient recycling infrastructure, contamination of recyclable materials, and the economic costs of recycling. The lack of effective recycling systems means that vast amounts of plastic continue to accumulate, exacerbating environmental issues. Improving recycling rates and developing more efficient systems are essential steps in managing plastic waste and reducing its impact on the environment. 10. Clothing is a major source of microplastic. Synthetic fibers from clothing, such as polyester and nylon, are significant contributors to microplastic pollution. During washing, these fibers shed microplastics, which then enter waterways and eventually reach the ocean. The fashion industry is a major driver of microplastic pollution, with fast fashion trends exacerbating the issue. As consumers frequently buy and discard clothing, the volume of synthetic fibers entering the environment increases. Addressing this source of microplastic pollution requires changes in consumer behavior, as well as innovations in garment production and washing technologies to minimize fiber shedding. 11. Plastic pollution has global economic impacts. The economic impacts of plastic pollution are felt worldwide, affecting industries such as tourism, fishing, and shipping. The presence of plastic waste in natural and urban environments can deter tourists, leading to economic losses for destinations that rely on tourism revenue. In the fishing industry, plastic pollution can damage equipment and reduce fish stocks, impacting livelihoods. The shipping industry also faces challenges, as plastic debris can pose navigational hazards. Overall, plastic pollution costs the global economy billions of dollars annually, highlighting the need for coordinated efforts to mitigate its impacts and promote sustainable practices.